Hi guys, it's Kelly at Coffee Sunshine Paper, and I am here today with a little something that I found when I was cleaning up this weekend. I have been moving everything in my craft room, moving it all. So I've been at this junk journal journey for about 5 years now, and you tend to accumulate a lot of things. And so I thought a good way to kind of rediscover what I have is to just move everything, give everything a new home. And even if I thought the system worked before, there's a couple things I haven't moved at all. But for the most part, I have moved everything. I'm just kind of cleaning behind it and, giving it sort of its own new inspirational space. Looking around, just kind of seeing where things are. So it takes me a little longer to find things right now, but I think it's a good thing. And I encourage you to do it. If you've been crafting a long time, just move it all. Give it a different space. I did it slowly, but I also hurt my back. Yes, because I'm, that age where you can't do too many things all at one time. So I regret doing, 6 hours straight of moving boxes and books and furniture, but I think in the long run it was a good idea. So I uncovered this little cutie that I made, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. It's made out of some upholstery fabric. This is upholstery fabric. The crunching you hear is Amazon packaging material. I can't remember because it's been quite a while, but I'm pretty sure I put down the upholstery fabric and then I put down the Amazon packaging, and I put this little string, this lacy bit here on top of that, and then I put the top material down, and then these are pockets. I put that down, and then I sewed around the edges. So I'm pretty sure that was the construction process. But I don't have a journal to play in right now, and I haven't in a long time. I haven't played in a long time. So I've been working on orders and just, doing things around the house and getting away from the playing. And so I need to play again. So this little guy is going to serve that purpose. One of the other things I did do when I was moving everything is I found a journal that I had put together just to kind of show somebody how it was done, and it didn't mean anything, and the cover wasn't cute or anything. So I took that, the signature out of that journal, and so I thought I would just kind of put that one into this one and play with. So there's holes in it that are not going to be, where the holes are supposed to be, but it's for me. I'm not selling it, so I don't mind if it has some little problem areas. So I'll show you the signature. This top one, this first paper, there's kind of nothing wrong with it unless you look closely and you have an aversion to bugs. Right? So not everybody wants to look at birds eating bugs, and I get that. So I tend to decorate my first page anyway, so I feel like this would be a good signature cover for me because you're not going to see the birds. Even I think they're beautiful, but I don't love the bugs either. I don't want to see little worms and flies and, like, it's nature, yes, but do I want to look at it? No. So that's going to be in there. And then obviously some coffee dyed and my music. And this is just some paper. Oh, I guess when I trimmed that didn't make it. Some Jane Eyre book page. It's pretty thin, so I would have to, well, we'll work our magic. I am not worried about using that thin page. I love this. It's not vellum, but it's completely see-through. Well, not completely, but it's like you can definitely see through, and I think that's going to be fun to play with. This is pretty thin too, but again, I'm not worried. This is some nice thick cardstock here. The map's a little fragile, but it's kind of upside down too. I want to switch it around because this one that goes sideways doesn't matter, right? But then we can look at California upright. Yeah, keep that. This one, pretty good paper. That one, that came from a, what is that from? I can't remember now. Is it a Rubiat? Maybe? Oh, I can't remember, but I think these borders are just so pretty. And gotta have my math, you know, and this one was a pocket and whatever I had intended for this to be the first time. But again, this is pretty thick, you know, and as much as I love my math, I might have to cover that up just to reinforce. So that's it. It's just one signature, but you know, I just like want to play. Just want to play. I want to play with my stamps. I feel like I haven't played with stamps in a long time, and just maybe do some experimenting with that, and just other things. Maybe get the texture paste. You know, I love my mixed media. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now with this little guy. So if you want to hang in there with me, and we'll make it real quick. And I don't know if I'll have, you know, probably won't have too much time to play with it tonight, but oh, the pause button. If I still had my pause button app, right? I had this app when I finally had a pause button. I was so excited, but then it stopped, like, so I would hit the pause button and then I would go to where it would show up and then it wasn't really there. And then I was reading all these reviews of that app, and other people were having the same problem. So I just deleted the app. So I don't have a pause button again. So I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll just keep them on the shorter side. And then I'll just string a couple together in a playlist if that works for you guys. So there are holes in this already, but we're gonna poke some new ones. I like to start on the outside, although this one I don't think it's gonna matter because usually I start on the outside because there is pretty writing. Let me find you an example. There's like pretty writing that I don't want to, you know, punch through. I try to avoid it, maybe get between things, you know. But this doesn't really have that problem, does it? So I don't even need to really start from the outside. All right, so let's just go at it. I think that's about the middle. I'll do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, the usual. That is not even a hole that I see. Let me get a marker. I don't even see where I put that hole. But it's right about there. All right, then we'll go in the middle. This is going to be challenging from the other side because I am not going to know where that hole is. But I guess with one signature, it's really not even going to matter. I never thought about that. All right, well, let's just get these in where they belong, and then we'll get this one down here maybe. Didn't even think about that. All right, so maybe we need to somehow mark them on the other side, so when I'm coming in, I will know what is going on. Let's see. Get that one back in. All right, so that's right there. Maybe I need my white jelly pen here. This guy. Sometimes this helps on the darker material if I use that. So I'm just gonna keep the awl where it is. Yeah, I think that works. I can see it. That's fine. That is fine by me. And then this one, the other side. Again, just keeping it in there. And yeah, I got a little, a little on my awl, but that's okay. Not a big deal. And here's where we put that other hole. I thought. I'm being careful. I'm being careful, I swear. Okay, that works. Good enough. Sometimes good enough is all right. Okay, so I can see the holes on this side because I colored them kind of black. Right? Can you see it? Yeah. Can you see it? I don't know. Can I see it anymore? Sorry, my thumb is. There it is. Okay. All right. We have located the hole. And now we're going to mark the signature. And I think, again, with like one signature, it's probably pretty forgiving, right? Instead of like with 3, you have to have everything just kind of exact. This doesn't have to be so exact, which is nice, right? Sometimes we just don't want to be exact. All right, but that's gonna, I think, be fine. And we'll just flip this inside out. And again with the awl, just finding those places carefully with your fingers. And then I might want to mark too, because there are other holes. I think that's pretty clear though, right? That's kind of clear. That's not going to be something I look at and wonder where's the hole. This one I might though. This one, let's mark this one. Again, I just keep the awl right in place, right? And just kind of mark it. I'll mark that one too while we're here. And yeah, I had some orders this week for the shop. I had this one order back in November. She is hosting some bridesmaids, and so she wanted some journals for, like, you know, gifts. You know how bridesmaids get little goodie bags or whatever. And she just wrote this week that she kind of wanted them now to get them ready for September. So I'm working on that right now. Originally she said 8, but now it's down to, I'm sorry, originally she said 11, and it's down to 8. So it's a little less work, but that's what this book, this little guy here I just showed you, these are going to be the journals. They're only about 4 by 7. They are so cute. I got a lot of them, like like a bundle from eBay, and also a lot of them. So I will be listing the ones that she doesn't want for the bridesmaids. And it's like a wine theme. I guess they're going to Sonoma in California. So I found these pretty digitals. I can't probably show them all, but I can show you a few of them that have the little wine. And I don't know the name right now, but I will definitely link it in the notes because I mentioned it. And I really like that art. I think it's super pretty. And so did the person ordering. She liked them too. So happy about that. As far as colors, I don't know. What do you think? Brown? Oh, it's a weird brown. This one kind of matches nicely, right? This one's too like burgundy almost. I like this one. Kind of blends in nicely. I don't want it to stand out. I just want it to kind of blend. And then again, 3 lengths. 2. And every time I do this, I think of the Tootsie Roll owl. If you know, you know. All right, so I think she's ready to roll. And I think, I don't know, a little later this summer, I think I'm gonna experiment with a Coptic stitch. Have any of you guys ever tried that? I'm kind of scared because it looks very intimidating, but I do want to try it. And I always do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I have done 5-hole for the bigger journals. If you're interested in a very large journal, then you probably want the 5-hole. Oops, where's my middle? There she is. Okay. But this one's easy. This is quick and easy, and I guess that's why it's my go-to. I don't really have to struggle. And again, if it's not perfect in here, I don't think it's really going to show because it's just one signature. You might hear my son in the background. He's online with his friends. Got his diploma in the mail this week. We're all so happy. I know it's just a piece of paper, but kind of a big deal that he's finished. So this is what I meant by this could be tough, right? Finding where I poked the hole. I don't know. I just have to poke through with this needle. This is trickier than I thought. Friends, this is trickier than I thought. Okay, well, that's not exactly, but it's kind of close enough. So maybe if I just like keep that sort of in and stick this one in and pull that one out at the same time. A little switcheroo. Okay, that sort of worked. That sort of worked. What else? So that was fun. That was exciting. We've had a few storms in the Northeast. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it's been like they've just kind of come out of nowhere, and just like heavy rain, thunder and lightning, and a lightning, whatever, surged through our electrical and where the pool house is, and fried the electrical parts of our pump, the pool pump. So we need to get a new electrical component. So the pump's not working, so that's kind of a bummer. But and also our little vacuum electric, we call the robot, that was plugged in also at the time of the storm, so that got zapped too. So we had to get a new robot too, and that, you know, it's just one of those kind of didn't mean for that weekend to be that expensive, but that's how it works sometimes. And it's wireless too. This one's newer, so it's wireless. And my husband just left town on like a golf trip with my older son, and he just kind of put it in the pool, and it's like, okay, take it out and put it back on the stand when it's done. And I'm looking at him like, do we both know that me and electronics, we're not really friends. This is tricky, but I think I got through. I think, can you see? I think I got through the same hole I was supposed to. Yeah. You know, wireless anything in me, I don't know. We're not really friends. Like, I'm just kind of old-fashioned, and I do what I have to do, you know, like the apps that I need to run my little shop, my Etsy store, and upload videos and whatever, take my pictures. I can do basic stuff, you know, but man, give me a wireless pool robot and just drop it in the pool and say, okay, just, you got this. So that was kind of stressful, because then I put the darn thing, after it cleaned the pool, I put it back on its little stand, and it's flashing all these indicator lights that aren't even, like, they're not even in the manual, you know, like, if you're flashing orange, it's this. If you're flashing green, it's that. Well, the thing was flashing red. You know, it was that kind of situation. Like, I couldn't even look in the manual to see what was wrong with this thing. So I was online. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm, you know, on Reddit. I'm like all the things. I don't know. I just went out there again before I started filming, and none of the lights were on. So I thought, I don't know, does that just mean it's happily charging? I don't know. And my husband's not even home for a couple days, so who knows? But anyway, it'll all work out, right? And it's not a huge problem. Nothing like you're looking at on the news these days. So, you know, I'll take it. Okay, so I think we're good. I think this little guy what did I do with my, oh, there it is. Jeez, I hate when I can't find my needle. I have this very high-tech system of where to put the needle when I'm done using it. This is what I'm saying. Me and wireless, no. I'm sticking needles into little old, I don't know even what this is, a business card or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that's where we're at. Okay, so now I can play. Now I can start. And we have this cute little thing. And I don't know if I put these on because I wanted to tie them like this. We could go a different way, a couple different ways with it, right? We can do this and it ties nice and it just stays together. Or we could wrap them both like, no, other way. And then just kind of tuck it in like that. You know, maybe I want to add a little charm or something when I'm done. It's sitting on a shelf all pretty. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for that, you guys. I haven't done that in a long time. So, what else is going on? The order for the bridesmaids, we're in full swing there. I have a lot of the signatures are made. I've been pulling papers, but she also wants them all a little different. So I'm going to stop pulling papers that are all the same now. Now I'm going to go in and really try to make them a little more, you know, individual than they are currently. Also, this little beauty is going out. I just put this little journal together for somebody. So cute. I don't know if you guys can, you probably can't tell, but it's kind of textured. It's like a really thick board. But she wanted it undecorated, and it came with no instructions. She had no specifics. So I put in a lot of my favorites, my math, my birds, my maps. She's from this area, Pittsburgh area. And of course the other side of that. I just love this book. Oh, I keep trying to look for this on eBay again, and it is hard to find. Well, they have it. It's just outrageously priced right now, but I do love it. Thought it looked nice with this theme. This was a good one too, this A to Z of herbs. I'm lucky if I'll ever find that again. Barn plans, some stationery. I love this. I did just order another one of these because I love this so much. It's the butterflies on one side, and it does give like the Latin name at the bottom of the paper, but it stuck out too much, so I cut it off. And then on the other side is a little coloring book. So I just kind of thought that was nice. Even if you don't color, you know, it's just has a lot of white space for writing, journaling on if you want to do that. And then this one. So because she wasn't specific, I just kind of put in my typical ones, you know, the ones that I list on Etsy that I put in almost all of them. So that's going out this week. And what else is going on? Oh, I'm adjusting nicely to my daily. I wouldn't call it a journal, I guess. It's like a calendar or planner. I guess planner is the right word. But here's my blank one for tomorrow, so I can kind of show you how I've been using it. But I've been putting like a little quote in here, and then on the time part, like you guys know, I'm a teacher on summer break, right? So I'm not scheduled right now, but there are certain things that I want to do in certain time slots, so those go there. And then just like the chore type things that I would check off go here. And then if I don't get to it that day, I just put a little arrow next to it, and then I'll just write it on the next day. This little page has been really handy for, you know, I write down the shows I'm watching, the books I'm reading, even silly things like a recipe from my sister she thought I would like, I was watching the other day like a Mel Robbins podcast, and so everyone has the list of 6 whatever that will make you happier, or 5 of these, or 10 top 10 list of that. So I jot down things that I see on or watch on YouTube or listen to on podcasts if there's little lists or whatever. So I'm filling up, not filling, but I'm putting more things down on a day than I thought I would. If you had seen the previous video where I was like, how am I going to fill this page? But I also still my stickers. I love my stickers, so I retro do the stickers, like I think I told you about with my traveler's journal, that when the month was done or whatever, the week was done, I would go back and decorate. So that's what I'm doing with this one too. But I like it. It's working out. I can give you a little sneak peek of some of my, this one I didn't decorate yet, but I love the stickers. So yeah, that is what we're doing daily. I like it. So far so good. So getting used to that. Have not worked in my traveler's journal because I'm just kind of trying to phase that out. And I have not even opened my teacher planner yet. It did come. It's my Erin Condren. I think I told you guys that I had purchased for myself. But we'll open that up. Probably not till August, because August is Sunday for teachers. If you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming back if you've been here before. Thanks for dropping by if you're new. I do have an Etsy shop where I sell a lot of book covers, vintage book covers. Some aren't quite vintage, some are, they're new-ish too. But I try to take a picture of the cover with the measurements on it so you can see what you're getting. But you can always reach out through the Etsy app or comment on the YouTube video if you have questions. Also Instagram if you want to reach out. And yeah, I would be very happy to answer any question you have regarding my shop. So again, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you're playing. Play every day if you can. And we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.